Recording.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين آمين. So today we are on our lesson number 6. Uh, please mute your mics, everyone. Okay. So in the lesson number 6, last class, in lesson number 5, we discussed about attached pronouns with nouns. Today, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into this concept. So before we do so, let's know that ism in Arabic has multiple categories included in it. Remember that. Ism is not just a noun, it is noun plus plus. And within the category of ism in Arabic language, we are discussing pronouns, ad-dama'ir. Okay? What did we learn so far? That pronouns are of two types, is detached pronouns and attached pronouns. A pronoun that comes on its own as an independent word without attached to any other word. And the other category is of attached pronoun that comes attached with a word, like here, kitabukum. Then we learned that the attached pronoun can attach in three ways. It can attach with a noun, it can attach with a verb, right? A pronoun can attach itself to a noun. Why is this not working? Give me a second, guys. It can attach itself to a noun, it can attach itself to a verb, and it can attach itself with a harf. Right? Today, we're going to discuss what happens when a pronoun attaches itself to a verb. What do we do when you have a pronoun, okay, and it attaches itself to a verb? How does that look like in the language, in Arabic language? Now, in English, I can say, he went to the market. That's a sentence, right? Now, tell me, in this sentence, what is this he? What is this he? What is this he? What is the function of this he? It's a noun, but who is he? It's a pronoun, yes, but is this he doing the action, or is that the he on which the action is being done? What if I say he went to the market to see her? Okay? This he is going to the market. It went to the market. So this guy is your subject. The person doing the action. Right? He is doing the action exactly. Okay? And went is my verb, is my past tense. Right? Right? Do you understand? Now, let me give you another example, a much simpler example. She ate. She ate. Can you tell me who did the action of eating? You right away know it's one person and it's a female. So the she is my subject. But what did she eat? She ate an apple. So if she ate an apple, what is this apple? This apple is the object on which the action is being done. What is my action? The action is of eating, right? And she's my subject. So who is the doer? The doer is she, a female. What is the action? The action is of eating. What is being eaten? It's an apple. And that is my object. In English, it's very simple. You have a subject, then comes the verb, then comes the object, and you have a complete sentence. Right? Arabic is a little bit different with sequence. Arabic changes the sequences. What happens in Arabic is that you have the verb that comes first, and then comes the object. And within the verb, subject is sometimes hidden. Okay? Subject is sometimes hidden if it's not explicitly mentioned. The way the sequence of usual sequence of the, you know how in English you have subject, verb, and object. In Arabic, usually there can be exceptions. Usually the sentence structure is a verb, then you have the object, and then you have the subject. Okay? But majority of the time, this subject can also be hidden within the verb. And how will we identify that? That is what we will learn, inshallah. That is what you call the study of sarf that I talked to you guys about in the first day of class. Are you guys with me so far? Now, keeping that in mind, let's read what we're going to study today. When a pronoun is attached with a verb in Arabic, okay, when a pronoun, it becomes its direct object. Whenever a pronoun is attached to a verb, you know what the function of this pronoun is? The function of this pronoun is that this is the object of the verb, meaning it is on which the action is being done. And the subject is hidden within the verb. What does the verb tell us in Arabic language? In Arabic language, verb gives us a lot more information than the verb in English language. The verb, number one, tells us about the action and the subject. It tells us what action is being done. For example, eating, drinking, sleeping. And it also tells us who did the action. He did the action, she did the action, they did the action. It gives us that information in Arabic. The one word gives us all that information. Then the verb in Arabic language also tells us what action is being done. Sorry, I think I repeated this. And the third thing, it tells us what time is it being done. Was it done in the past? Was it done in the present? Or was it done, or will it be done in future? And it tells us who is doing it. The pronoun attached to the verb tells us on whom or what the action is being done. Okay? If it's not clear, we will look at some examples and things will become very clear, inshallah ta'ala. Okay? Now, a few notes. In Arabic language, the verb comes before the noun. Pronoun is attached at the end. Then when you translate that verb or the composition of verb and pronoun, when you translate it, do you translate the pronoun first? No. You translate the verb first and then you translate the pronoun because the pronoun is the object of that verb. Okay, now let's look at some examples. Okay. I have the word here, ضرب. Let's look at the verb, ضرب. ضرب in Arabic language means he hit. Now, when I look at ضرب, the way it is structured, I know that it is the conjugation or the form used to mention one meal. He is a subject. The action is of hitting. And this is a past tense. This formation of the word is of past tense. We will learn all of this later down the road. How do you form a past tense? How do you know which subject, what subject indicates which shape? We will learn all of that, inshallah, in future. For now, what you need to understand, you see a verb and you understand the meaning. The meaning is he hit. This doraba is already giving me the information of the subject and it's giving me the information of the verb. Now, if I add the pronoun who, right? Remember the pronoun who? Do you guys remember? Why am I writing so bad today? SubhanAllah. Let me just erase this. Who remembers what the pronoun who means? No, pronoun who means? Hua means he. Hua is he. The attached pronoun counterpart for who is? His, remember? Right? Now, the meaning is his when it's attached to a noun, like kitabuhu, his book. But when this who comes attached to a verb, it is not his anymore. It becomes him. Then we use the meaning of him or it. So, darabahu becomes he hit it or he hit him, depending on if the who is referring to a living person or a non-living person. Does that make sense? Okay. Let's look at some of the examples now. Let's look at the third person singular. We saw that who is the pronoun. Who is always going to come at the end. So I see daraba. First thing I'm going to see whenever I'm going to see a confirmation like this or a composition like this, I'm going to see daraba. Is it a fa'il or an ism? Because if it's an ism, the meaning will change, right? If it's a fa'il, the meaning of who will change. I see daraba is he struck. Then who is him. So he struck him or he struck it. Now within this one word, darabahu, you have a full sentence in Arabic. Do you understand? Then we learned huma. Huma meant what? What is the meaning of huma? Remember it means they two if it comes independently. But if huma comes attached, it could mean there or it could mean them. There if it was a noun, them if it's a verb. Exactly. So darabahuma. Now, if we closely look at that, darabahuma, what do we see? This huma is referring to them. So what is my object? Darabahuma, he struck them. I know that this guy, he struck or he hit two people. He struck two people. But I can't translate it like that. So English is limited. So I'm going to translate it as he struck them. Make sense? Then I see whom. Let's look at whom. What is the meaning of whom? They, independently. But when whom comes attached with a noun, it becomes their. And when it comes attached with a verb, it becomes them all. Right? So, darabahum will mean he struck them, meaning this one guy struck or hit a lot of them, a lot of people. Understood? One word, and you have a full sentence in Arabic language. Then ha. What is the meaning of ha independently? What is the original of ha? Ha was originally hiya. Remember? She. And when it comes as ha attached, it becomes her. Very good. Darabaha, he struck her. Meaning this guy, because I know Daraba already has a subject of he struck her or he struck it. So I right away know that this guy struck a woman. Darabahuma. Huma means them two, referring to two people. Darabahuma, he struck them, meaning he struck two people. Could be Male and male, could be female and female, and could be male and female. Hunna refers to the plural of females. So daraba hunna, if hunna is coming at the end of daraba, it means he struck them. What is the difference between darabahum and darabahunna? What is the difference between the two? The translation is the same. He struck them, he struck them. How, as you, as an Arabic student, know the difference between darabahum and darabahunna? What is the difference? Because the translation is exactly the same. Gender. Gender, which is not obvious in the translation, but it is obvious in the Arabic language. You know darabahum, that he struck a group of men. Darabahunna, he struck a group of women. Is that clear? Okay. Then ka. Ka means you. Ki means you, but ka is for masculine you and ki is for feminine you. So darabaka, he struck you. Darabaki, he struck you. Both meanings exactly the same, but the difference is of gender. Darabakuma, he struck you too. Darabakuma, he struck you too. Darabakum, he struck you all men. Darabakunna, he struck you all females. Okay? Are we clear? Now remember, I taught you guys last class, or the last class. Let me use the different highlighter for this. What does ana mean? I. And I told you that it can come, when it comes in the attached form, it either you use the ya or you use ni. Okay? Ya is when it's with a noun. Ni when it's with a verb. So, for ease, why is this noon added? For ease of pronunciation. So, I'm adding the ya of mutakallim, which means my or me. Doraba ni. I cannot pronounce dorabi because I have to maintain the fatha at the end of the verb. The verbs are very case sensitive like that. So to maintain the fatha at the end of the verb, the noon is added, and dorabani, the translation becomes he struck me. Na, us. Dorabana, he struck us. Is that clear? Good, alhamdulillah. Now let's look at another example. Let's look at the example of khalaqa. The verb, the original verb is khalaqa, which means he created. Okay? He created. Khalaqahu. He created him. Khalaquhuma. Khalaqahuma. He created them. Huma is referring to who, guys? What does it mean by them? Two people, male. Very good. Khalaqahum. He created them. What's the difference between the two? Whom is indicating a group of male. Very good. Khalaqaha. He created her. Khalaqahuma. He created them. Khalaqahunna. Hunna. He created them all, referring to all females. He created all these females. خلقك. خلقك. Do you see how learning tajweed is important? Because this qaf is heavy and this kaf is light. So when you say خلقك, it makes no sense. But if you say خلقك, You can hear the difference between the lightness and the heaviness. Okay. And what does that do? When you can hear the difference between the heaviness and the lightness, you know this ka is the pronoun. خلقك, he created you. خلقكما, he created you. Who is this you referring to now in kuma? How is this different from خلقك? You too. Very good. خلقكم. Who is this referring to? You all. Very good. Now, خلقك. خلقك. What is this key referring to? One female. Very good. You female. خلقكما. He created you too. خلقكن. كن. He created you again. But this is referring to you all females. خلقني. He created me. خلقني. He created me. خلقنا. He created us. خلقنا. He created us. Does that make sense? Hopefully, this will make translations easy for you guys. Inshallah ta'ala. Okay? Let's remove this. And now let's look at some of the examples from the Quran. Okay? Let's look at, let's see, some of the ayat that we recently did, so it becomes easier. I'm trying to find the verses that has, okay, there you go. Let's look at this verse. وَقَالَ, and said, lahum, to them. We haven't done the attachments of pronouns with harf yet, but this la and hum is that attachment of a pronoun with a harf. So when it comes with a harf as well, the translation becomes of them. Lahum, to them. Nabiyuhum. Now here, whom is translated as them. But here, what is the translation of whom? There. Why? Who can tell me the difference? Why are the two translations of the same pronoun different? Why is Nabiyuhum translated their prophet? Because Nabiyu is a noun. Very good. It's an ism. Very good. Nabiyuhum, inna Allah qad ba'atha lakum. 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 What is kum referring to? You all. طالوت ملكا. قالوا أن يكون له. For him. الملك علينا. Over us. ونحن. Oh, what is this نحن, by the way? Is this a detached pronoun or an attached pronoun? Is nahnu a detached? It's a detached pronoun. Good. And alayna, the na in alayna, is it attached or detached? It's attached. Very good. أحق بالملك منه ولم يؤت سعة من المال. Okay. اصطفاه. قال, he said, إن الله, indeed Allah, اصطفاه. Now, what is happening in this word? This is an interesting word to look at. Okay. Can you tell me the actual verb is istafa, which means he has chosen. Now the he was hidden, but because it was mentioned before the verb, Allah is mentioned before the verb, we know that this is talking about Allah, so we are not going to use he in translation. Instead, we will say Allah has chosen. But if I did not see the word Allah and I only had to translate istafahu, I will say he has chosen. Now, where is the meaning of him coming from? It is coming from this who. So this word istafahu is a complete sentence on its own. He has chosen him. Then, when I look at the whole sentence and I see, oh, Allah, I know Allah is coming before inna Allah astafahu, that I know that this is a subject. So Allah has chosen him. Make sense? Okay. Then we have the verb wazadahu. Wazadahu. Wa means and. So the verb actually is zadahu, which means zada. Zada means he increased. Zada means he increased. But this he is hidden in the structure of this verb. It comes out if the subject is not explicitly mentioned. But in this ayah, subject is explicitly mentioned, right? So now, because he got mentioned in the beginning, indeed Allah has chosen him, wazadahu, and then we will repeat this he as a pronoun, and he increased. And what is the meaning of him coming from? The who at the end. And he increased him, and that is our attached pronoun. Wazadahu, and he increased him. Okay. Now we have the word mulkahu. I see who at the end, but the translation is his, not him. Why? Here we had who, the translation was him. Why at mulkahu, the translation is his and not him? Who can answer? Because mulka is a noun, it's an ism, and zada was a verb. So when a verb attaches itself to a pronoun, the pronoun's meaning is of an object, which means him. And mulkahu, his kingdom, this is the relationship of possession. And this is the relationship of object. Does that make sense? Very good. Okay. All right. I think for today, this is where we will conclude. Inshallah, next class, we will further discuss it with more examples. What I will try to do is that I will actually record a practice video of different verbs and how the conjugation changes. So that will be for your homework, for you guys to watch that video on your own time and practice with me, okay, of different words. Does that make sense? Okay. So the homework video I will post, inshallah ta'ala, soon in a couple of days. Okay. So if there's any other questions, let me know. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.